Good morning. All right, there is a lot happening in the Law-Lywood news these days. And so we are with some of our favorites. We have Chuck Caraway and Dan Del Rio here, and they are going to go over a couple of really big topics happening in the law headlines with our celebrities. So let's start with you, Dan. So recently we've seen some celebrities using photos on Instagram to actually promote products, but they may not own the rights to those photographs. And so what's the repercussion that they could face by using those?
So this is really a concern that's come up more since COVID. Celebrities have always done some self-promotion, but with no events during COVID, they're having to reuse old photographs, and a lot of these aren't theirs. They'll be from the paparazzi. This creates some issues regarding copyright infringement. The minute that paparazzi takes that photo, they have a level of intellectual property right to it, especially if then they've sold it off to another media, like a magazine or a news source. They now have rights to this. A lot of the celebrities are attempting to reuse these to go ahead and do self-promotions, sell their own products. There was one story where a particular celebrity had one of her in a certain outfit, put it up and said, "Here, buy my outfit." They're now reusing someone else's work. This can create issues. They are infringing on someone else's rights here and someone else's work product. The usual workaround is the Fair Use Act. That's an exception, but it's an exception that very heavily looks at what are you using it for. If you're using it for commercial purposes, that's pretty much the big no-no. The other big issue is, are you diminishing the value of the person's work by putting it out there like this? If it's an exclusive use thing that you've sold off to someone and that's how you make your living, then yes, you have diminished their work there.
Doesn't it matter the fact that you're using your own image and that it was taken without your consent?
It really doesn't. When you're out in the public, you're in the public light, especially as a celebrity, you're at the point where they expect this, celebrities and paparazzis. This is something that they expect to deal with all of the time.
Got it. Okay, so moving to the next topic. I know there are a lot of rumors swirling right now about the Kanye West and Kim Kardashian divorce, potential divorce. Recently, there was a social media star, influencer, who is now making claims that Jeffree Star and Kanye slept together?
This is true. And so what happens here is that influencer is actually subjecting herself to a potential lawsuit, which would be defamation. If she's making statements that she knows are false, and then she's actually putting that out there, and it damages Kanye's reputation, his business, then she can be subject to damages. That is, Kanye can then sue her and say, you owe me this amount of money. And based on the fact that Kanye is worth a considerable amount of money, that lawsuit would probably be very large.
Now, Jeffree is denying this, but what if it ends up being true? What if evidence is found?
So truth is the best defense to a defamation lawsuit.
Okay.
If it's truthful, then there's nothing that can be done about it. She's simply putting the truth out there, and there's no lawsuit that can be had against her for that, not for defamation at least.
Got it. All right, Chuck Caraway and Dan Del Rio, thank you so much for your time. Again, that is the latest in your Law-Lywood headlines. We're going to have much more coming up with these two.
Okay, thank you so much.